Good morning, world. It's 3:41 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in Canada and the States. So all you guys on the eastern side of the States and Canada, you guys are sleeping, obviously. All you guys on the West Coast, you guys are sleeping too. It's about, 12:30 in the West Coast, maybe around there. You guys are all sleeping, obviously. And all you guys on the other side of the world, you guys are awake. So all you guys in Europe, Asia, and Africa, you guys are awake right now. You'll enjoy my video later on today. By the time I upload the video, all the people on the other side of the world will be sleeping. Unless you're a nighter and you stay up, you'll be able to watch my video. Whereas all you guys on my side of the world, North America, South America, you guys will enjoy my video later on today. I'll upload it later on today around maybe, I usually upload it around when I wake up. And I wake up usually around 3, 4 o'clock in the evening. And any day now I get my check. I only have to wait one day for my check this month. Because I cleaned the house and I made a good like $70 for myself. And I was able to get smokes, beer for myself. I only have to wait. I might get my check today or I get it tomorrow. And I'll get my nice beer and smokes and I'll get a nice sub at Subway for myself. Or I might order some pizza. I can have one day of junk food, right? I can order pizza or I might just get some Subway for myself. It's healthier, obviously. Get some nice Subway for myself. So I'm excited. I get my check and yeah. And I know this is late. Happy Thanksgiving to all you Americans. You guys celebrate Thanksgiving a couple days ago. Whereas I celebrated Thanksgiving last month. In Canada, Thanksgiving is a couple weeks before the American Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving. I'm saying this late, right, to you Americans who enjoyed your Thanksgiving. I hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving a couple days ago. Obviously. To you Americans, right? To you Americans. So I'm going to talk about Zanus today. However, I love when we talk about the Matrix. Look, man, even though I love talking about the Matrix, it's not guaranteed I'm going to do the Matrix. I might choose the Great Escape over the Matrix, to be honest. Right? Whereas Zanus, I am guaranteed going to do, as it's based off my novel that I wrote. I wrote an amazing fantasy novel. A novel worth billions. And it's the best fantasy literature ever written. It's even better than Lord of the Rings, Way of Kings, Harry Potter, Malazan, Game of Thrones, Wheel of Time. It's better than all those books. I wrote a masterpiece. Susanna. And I'll make Zanus for $1 billion. I'll fund it for $1 billion. For the 3 movies, I'll fund for $1 billion. So I'm going to put $410 million towards salaries. That goes towards paying my cast and my crew. My cast and my crew, obviously. $10 million towards the documentary to pay my doc crew their salary, their $380,000 salary for the 4 years. Feed them, pay for their living, obviously, and their traveling expenses. I'm going to have the doc team fly on my private jets. So whenever they fly to these different locations, I'll have them flown on my private jet. That was easier, obviously. Fly them privately. You can't have the doc crew fly commercial. As the airport will not allow them to bring all these cameras in the airplane. And you got to fly them privately to all these places. To film the actors who live in London, the actors who live in the States, you got to pay for the hotel. But the cameramen do not stay in suites. They'll stay in, have them stay in cheaper like $300 night rooms. $400, $300, $250 night rooms. Don't have them stay in fucking like $1,000. They're going to drain the budget. The camera crew do not stay in suites for the hotel stay, and their feeding is paid for. So I'm going to tell the the easiest thing to do for the doc crew is you give them a gift card. A gift card that covers their feeding for the 4 years. You can do that instead of because it's going to be tough for the secretaries to constantly have to call all these restaurants in all these different cities in a different country and book a buffet for them. So what I'll do is, for the hotel, they have to make that call. So I'll have my team make the call for the hotel, book the hotel in America, whatever it is, when they're filming the actors training. But for the food, you can give your 15 cameramen a gift card, paid for through the Tamanera budget. For 4 years, you can give them a good, I don't know, I can give the dock crew a good $10,000, $12,000 for the 4 years for their feeding. That covers their feeding options. It's easier to do it that way for the dock crew. Give them a gift card for their feeding. Okay, put a good 12 grand in each of the 15 gift cards. Give it to the dock crew, and that covers their feeding for that's more than enough money for 4 years, because they're only going to be staying in, I don't know, America for maybe a week or so. If you give them 12 grand, they can easily afford to pay for their food, obviously. Give them a good $12,000 gift card for their food. Whereas the hotel, I'm not going to give them a gift card for the hotel. No, I'll have my team make the call for that. Have the team make the call for that. But for the food, the best way to make it work is just give your 15 cameramen a gift card. That pays for the feeding. That pays for the feeding, obviously. That pays for the feeding. And I'll have my team make the call to pay for the hotel. And they'll be flying on my private jet, obviously. And I'm also going to have to rent cameras for them to use for the documentary. I'm going to rent independent movie. I don't know, Red Epic camera. I might rent a Red Epic cheaper camera. Red Epic is a very popular camera in Hollywood. They use those cameras a lot for independent movies. You rent a Red Epic camera, a Canon camera, Panasonic, nice independent movie camera for the documentary. That's all paid through the Tamanera budget. You also have to get the editing software for the editor to edit your documentary. Special effects, slow motion, drones. I'm gonna get a couple drones for high shot footages in Vancouver. Whenever you get a scene where I'm working my property, I want nice high shot footages of my property, maybe just condo in the city, something cool like that. The actor's house, something cool like that. We can make an amazing documentary, and I'm doing, obviously. And then $580 million is going towards the movie, funding everything to do with the movie, renting the IMS cameras, getting the equipment for the cameras, the sound software, the sound equipment, right, the lighting equipment. It's all going towards it, obviously. The camera moving stands, the gliders, the drones. That's all paid through the budget. Obviously, $2,000 gift card, $300 gas card. Gas for the jet, paying the pilots. Well, the pilots is paid through the salary. Obviously, renting the helicopters. Yeah, you have to rent helicopters while you're filming, obviously. Yeah, you got to rent all that. Here of them are going to need helicopters to take all these actors, all these different locations. You need helicopters for that. Yeah, like they did for Lord of the Rings. Easily affordable, obviously. Renting the Burgeon Talk Hotel for the 2-day party and the red carpet event in the city, obviously. Yeah, it's all paid through it. Obviously. Right, the CGI technology software for the special effects team to work with, the VFX department, sound department, sound mixing department, the editing department, and all the departments. That's all paid through the budget, obviously. I'm going to put a good $400+ million towards special effects. 400 to 450, 460 million towards special effects. Depends how much money I have left over. Chances are I'm going to put a good 450 million towards CGI special effects. The sets, 30 million towards building the sets, obviously, right? Yeah. The extras, paying all the extras or their salary, obviously. It's all paid through the budget for the Zane's movie, obviously. The costumes, armor, and weapons and machines for creating the masks. It's all funded through the budget. The trailers, the portable bathrooms, portable showers, body wash, shampoo, portable laundry machines, chemicals for the waste, toilet paper. That's all going towards it. The makeup. Yeah, the makeup. Yeah, it's all going towards it. The tables and chairs for the dining area where people are going to eat food. The pavilion tents where the chefs are going to cook the food. Where the people are going to dine and sit down. You eat shelter, obviously. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna rent tables and chairs. You have one pavilion tent where the chefs make the food, and that's where the food is. The buffet is stored. Obviously, the buffet food's stored in the hot plate, obviously, and you have another pavilion tent where filled with chairs and tables. People can eat inside there, and I'm gonna have chairs and tables outside too. So if it's a beautiful day, you can eat outside, or if it rains, everyone can eat inside. That way you have shelter. And to save money, instead of building a portable building, have like a pavilion tent. That way you save money. I'll tell Peter, instead of building a portable building, let's just have a pavilion tent. Yeah, I mean, it saves us money. Yeah, we build a big, like this big dome pavilion tent. That's where chefs cook the food in the tent, obviously. It's all going towards it, right? Renting the photography studio. So some of my ad shoots, my magazine ad shoots, are going to be, I'm going to rent a studio for that, or I'm going to do it in a real location. Like, I'm going to do one ad shoot with the actors in my yacht, but I'm going to have to rent the photography studio equipment for that, for the background also. So renting the photography studio equipment, obviously, renting a photography studio to you know what I'm saying, renting or buying the photography cameras for the photographers to take the pictures. I'm going to get high-end, like $7,000 cameras. That way you get unheard of pictures. Like, you know how you get those models and magazines? If you want a professional picture like that, you got to get the best cameras for that. I can rent the cameras. I'll probably buy the cameras. The cameras I can buy. Have the photographers usually for a good like 10 years, and you can buy new ones. Sell it off and buy new ones. And sell it off for a couple $100 and buy new ones. Or I can donate it. I can donate the cameras to charity or something like that. For pictures. I can do that, right? Have the camera for a good 10 years, get a new one. Obviously, the lenses for the cameras, yeah. All the special effects for the ad shoots. The fans, the lights, the backgrounds, the green screen, all that stuff. Yeah, you need to rent all that, obviously. The commercials. I'm going to put a good like $120,000 towards the 6 commercials for Zanus. I'm going to want $20,000 per commercial. Yeah, you need to rent. You need to get the green screen. You know, and I'll have my doc crew film the commercial with their cameras. The cameras they use to film the documentary, I'll have the doc crew film I'll have members, a couple of cameramen of the doc crew film my commercials for my company. And all the stars and the 17, me and Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson are going to get featured on the commercial. I won't have me and VJ featured. I'll just have them be the stars featured. They promote my website. And you pay the actors a nice $10,000 for that. Per commercial, which is nice. It's a nice pocket money, obviously, for a Hollywood actor. It's all going towards it. There. There's more things I left out. And the beer, the alcohol, yeah, it's all going towards it. Shipping all the stuff to Switzerland now costs us money, yeah. The food, luxury buffet, yeah, I have to buy all the food from the farms. Renting the kitchen equipment, that's all part of the budget, man. Renting the vending machines, buying all the drinks, the software drinks, the coffee, French vanilla tea, milkshake, that's all paid through the budget. A lot of money, man. Because I have a big $9 billion budget, I can easily afford it. It's pocket change. What's the real cost? The real cost in the budget will be the special effects. The special effects is what? Is about like half the budget, man. The special effects is pricey. The special effects, set building, the IMS cameras, the extras, costumes, armor, weapons, that's the pricey stuff. Whereas everything else does not affect the budget at all. And the salaries. The salaries is a big chunk of the budget. That's it. Everything else is cheap. Like the food, kitchen equipment, the pavilion tents, the tables, chairs, the trailers, all that stuff is not that expensive. Only a few $1 million. Whereas the real cost is the special effects and all that stuff. The main stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's the main cost. That's what's gonna affect my budget. That's why Peter might tell me, Ivan, you don't have to rent the kitchen equipment, rent a trailer. Oh, you pour more money into the movie, Mike Peter. No, I'm not gonna have the chefs make food in a fucking trailer. Rent good kitchen equipment for them to work with. That way they work in a better environment. Don't be cheap, Peter, Sarah. And Zanus will be what? We'll have crazy worldwide buzz, man. If you think the buzz of Avengers, Avatar, you know what I'm saying, all these movies are crazy, it's nothing compared to Zanus. Zanus will blow out of the water. If you think the buzz of Star Wars is crazy, you know you have Star Wars Celebration, yeah, think of something like 3-4 times that. With the fame, it looks something crazy. Looking at crazy worldwide buzz, man. Something crazy, man. Something crazy, yeah, man. You're gonna see Robert May Burnett, John Campea. I recommend you guys check out John Campea. John Campea has a movie channel. John Campea. In my opinion, it's the best movie news channel on YouTube right now. You also have Star Wars Theory Neotus. I recommend you check him out. Midnight Edge. You have Robert May Burnett, Post Geek Singularity, or Burnett Work, I believe. Just type in Robert May Burnett, you'll find his channel. Or you type in Burnett Work, or you can type in Post Geek Singularity, you'll find his channel. You have Midnight Edge, you have Overlord DVD, you have Critical Drinker, yeah. You have all these channels. You have Radbrad, yeah. I highly recommend you guys check out those channels. You're welcome, guys. I'm promoting your channel up there. That's how nice I am, son. Yeah, all those guys are going to be drooling over salivating over my Zane's movie. Once they see that doc trailer and that movie trailer, you're going to see John Campea and Robert Burnett. Did you see that trailer? Oh my god, I can't wait to see this documentary. You not only have the fame for the movie, you also have the fame for the doc. And if I do the game, you have the fame for the game too. That's why you're looking at crazy worldwide buzz. Yeah, man. They're also going to be excited to play that game or watch that game, that Xehanort game. But the real buzz will be the doc and the movie, man. The movie and doc will have crazy worldwide fame. Something crazy. Such crazy buzz, like all these Hollywood subs are going to play shit. They're the side tension. Yeah, Ivan Reach are the main show. They're all the side tension. Ivan's doing that $1 billion budget movie, much better quality than all our movies, yeah. $1 billion budget movie, man. Biggest movie project ever. Unheard of horror. You're looking at walking devils and demons. Unheard of worldbuilding, better than what? Better than Middle Earth and Pandora. And unheard of what? Actually, it was better than Helm's Deep, Return of the King, Gladiator. Yeah, you're looking at better Unheard of war. You see me in the trailer, I'm kicking ass. You see John Boyega, you see Yvonne Jordan, you see Digimon Sue kicking ass, Carl Urban, look, fighting all the demonic beings. That's been crazy. Yeah, crazy worldwide buzz, yeah, man. Remember, you saw March to Helm's Deep in Two Towers, and you saw that army, and Wormtongue was crying. He had a tear go down his eye. Obviously, Ivan, why do you think Wormtongue cried? My guess is Wormtongue shed tears because he knew he was far. He knew how far deep he was. How far deep he was in. Obviously, he betrayed the mankind to work with Saruman, who's evil, obviously. And when he saw that army, he felt bad. He obviously had a bit of empathy for Aragorn and all them. Oh my god, like that army was built strictly to destroy the race of men. He had a tear go down his eye. Yeah, that's my theory, obviously, why he cried. He shed a tear down his eye, obviously. Yeah, remember when you saw that army? Well, think an army double that size. And they're all demons and devils, yeah. And in that scene, when he said you shall march to Helm's Deep and you saw the army, that was all CGI. That army was all CGI, obviously. Which for my movie, you're actually going to see 20,000 actors in the scene. And they're all wearing all demonic masks. That's why they'll look so real and look so much more scary. That's why when you have that army marching towards Zane's, the world's gonna fill for me and my actors. You might even cry. Yeah, looking at demons. That's why Zane's will have crazy worldwide buzz. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's why Peter will beg, because he experienced that fame with being VJ. He's part of that buzz with being VJ, obviously. That's why Peter will beg, obviously. So Peter will sign him to a $500 million deal. Mel Gibson will sign him a $236 million deal, whatever it is. So $85 million for Peter, $450 million of the profits, or 0.6% of the profits. And then and Mel Gibson, I can give him $175 million of the profits, or 0.4. And I'll give him a $56 million base salary with his bonuses. That's a good deal for Mel Gibson and Peter. If Peter is greedy, I'm like, Peter, I'm not paying you more money. This is good enough. You're getting greedy. I'm not going to sign you to an $800 million deal. You'll rip me off. If I do, you're taking 1.2% of the pie. Yeah, but Ivan, you do the same thing too. You're going to make $40 billion off your movie and your merch. You're only giving me peanuts, Ivan. I'm like, Peter, you're not worth $800 of my money. Of the money. You're only worth $450. You're worth your 100, 200, 300, 400. But the moment anything over that, Peter, you're pushing it. You smell blood in the water. You're getting greedy. Stop. You're being greedy, Peter. So I gave you a good deal. This is a good deal for Last Hope for Zane's movie project. This is more than double what you made for Lord of the Rings. Because I gave you a good deal. But if Peter is really angry and he's greedy, obviously, I can give him $40 million of the merch. Sign him to a $540 million deal to keep him more happy if you want. He walks away with like $330 million in his bank after taxes. $320 million in his bank after taxes, a bit more money if you want, if he's greedy. But he'll accept $500. That's a good deal. It's a deal, Ivan. Yeah, it's a good deal for Peter Ivan. He doesn't make this in Hollywood. Yeah, Peter does not make that kind of money in Hollywood. This is a contract that all these directors dream of in Hollywood. And Peter's a sign of $500 million. And I gave him $1 billion budget, unlimited budget. I gave him nice perks, all the parties in my condo and my yacht. I gave Peter a good deal. There. I gave Peter a good deal, obviously. Because Peter's greedy, when I fly in the stars, he might try and push for a lower salary, and he might want a piece of that. I even pay eventually $500K. That's enough. And give the $3.5 million to me. I'm like, no, Peter. I'm not going to let you take these actors' money. Sign Yvonne to a $4 million deal the way he works hard for you. He walks away with a nice $2 million check in his bank. And give him a nice $5.5 million in royalties. And give him a nice $250K royalty check for the merch. $1.5 million deal for the game. That way he walks away with a nice $5.5 million plus check in his bank, which can last him 10, 15, 20 years. It'll work harder for you, Peter. You'll get a better movie. Better than acting than what you even got for your Lord of the Rings actors. As your Lord of the Rings actors got peanuts, yeah, you took all the pie yourself because you're fucking greedy. Peter really do that? Yeah, man. Peter took all that treasure for himself for Lord of the Rings. He did the same thing for King Kong. He did the same thing for what? For The Hobbit. And I believe he did, I guarantee you he did the same thing for Mortal Engines. And he did the same thing for Lovely Bones, whatever it is. He did the same thing for Get Back, because Peter is greedy. He likes taking all the money for himself and leaving everyone else with peanuts. Like, Peter, you may do this in Hollywood. I'm not going to let you do this for Zanus. I'm not going to let you take all the money for yourself, man. Hate on me all you want. Yes, I am taking the joy of the pie. Don't hate me. My billions, obviously, but I'm nice enough to share some of my wealth with you guys. Whereas you didn't share shit with those actors. You took everything for yourself. And you're going to try and do for this movie. I'm not going to do for this movie. You're already taking more than half the pie for the royalties. Now, $450 million is enough. I'm not paying you any more money. This is enough. If you don't like it, I'll hire Mel over you, and you're missing out on this huge opportunity, obviously. See what I'm saying? If you all want to experience the buzz with me, experience my nice Gran Turismo lookalike property, being a part of the documentary, the buzz of the movie, you're more than welcome to work in Hall me Thursday with all my offers. It's a deal. Yeah, I gave a good deal. Well, Peter said a deal. Yeah, Peter will set my deal, obviously, but like because he's greedy, he might try and ask for more money. I'm gonna be strict and say no. I'm not paying you any more money, Peter. I want my 17 deserve to get paid. The actors deserve to get paid. It's not just about you. Ivan, pay the crewmen like $75K. Don't pay them $150K. They're not worth that, Ivan. Pay them $75K. That's enough. You know what I'm saying? The rest of that, give it all to me. I'm like, no, Peter. I'm not gonna let you take the crewmen's money. It's easier for you to say that. You made your hundreds of millions of dollars working in Hollywood. These crewmen are barely making ends meet. And you're trying to push for a $75K salary for the crewmen. No, Peter. They deserve a nice payday. Pay them $150K. They're willing to work hard for you. And that way you don't have to worry about crewmen quitting on you. As some of your lighting guys quit on you, Peter. According to the book, some of the lighting guys quit on Peter in Lord of the Rings. Because the money wasn't worth the labor. The labor wasn't worth the money. And the money was not worth the labor. From Sarah? Yeah, I'm not doing this Blood, Sweat, and Tears for 30 fucking K and getting served shittier food. Yeah. Once you feed the crewmen a nice luxury buffet, you give them 3 beers every Fridays, you have once a month parties for them, and you pay them a nice $1,000 check, they're going to work hard. They're going to work really, really hard. Lord of the Rings crewmen are going to work really, really hard. And see this crewmen are out. I'm only hiring the Hollywood crewmen. I'm going to put on that. I only want the Lord of the Rings crewmen working for Zanes. I don't want any other crewmen who work in Hollywood. I don't want to see those people working my movie. Otherwise, you're not going to get a view of a movie. Well, all you see is you around the world. Don't hate me. Sorry, guys. I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's why Zane's so crazy Will I Buzz. Yeah, man. That's why all those actors for Zanes are lucky. They're going to get to experience that fame with me, man. Me and my wife. King Ivan and Queen Lydia, that fame with the movie. Dude, this has been crazy. We didn't experience that fame. That fame of the movie, yeah, man. Something crazy. The fame of the movie, yeah. That's why VJ posted that picture on Twitter. That guy, what's his name? His name is what? Jared Leto, I think. Is that his name? He was a guy who did Morbius. He was in Morbius the movie, yeah. Yeah, that actor. Remember how you saw that picture with that guy, he had that red robe. He had his beard, that Jesus look. Yeah, that's me and Zayn. I'm all skinny now. I have that Jesus look, the long dreads and the beard. I have long dreads and a beard. Yeah, long dreads and a beard. Cause I'm gonna get my beard, my hair retouched soon. Obviously, I cut my hair. I cut off my dreads early January this year. I'm gonna get I didn't take care of my dreads. I have to cut my hair off, cut my dreads off. I'm gonna go back to the salon and get my dreads retouched. Or I might find someone to do it for me personally in my house. It's cheaper than going to a salon. Salons for dreads cost me like $100-$120. Whereas someone who does it individually, personally in your household, they'll gladly do for $60. So yeah. That's me and Zanus. The Jesus look? Yeah. I have that nice Jesus look. It's me and Zanus. Ivan, what's the best example for VJ's Lithia is Eowyn in Lord of the Rings. You know how Eowyn, she had that robe, she was a niece of the king. Yeah, think something like that for VJ. VJ has this like robe, this dress, and she has like her straight hair, and she's a daughter of the leader of Safia. It's John Rhys Davis, right, or Bernard Hale, whoever I hire. You know what I'm saying? Look at an amazing movie. It's been amazing. Really, yeah, Zanus will have crazy worldwide buzz like never seen before, guys. Looking at crazy worldwide buzz for Zanus. Something crazy. Something crazy for Zanus. Really, Ivan Yaman. Worldwide crazy buzz. Hence why I'm there's a high chance I'm not going to build a theater chain, guys, as it's a waste of money. Like yes, it's a good investment, but I don't feel like paying 11 billion. I don't feel like paying like 10, 11 billion bucks. Yeah, but Ivan, yeah, it's not building a theater chain is not a risky investment. I'll make my money back, but it's money that I don't need. If I make 40 billion bucks off Zanus for the movie merch, I don't need any more money. I don't need an extra 25 billion bucks. It's a waste. Why would I have you guys pay, I don't know, $17 like 3 times to see the movie 3 times, and after the movie's over, I release it on 4K Blu-ray on Amazon. You guys watch as much time as you want. I might as well just release it on 4K Blu-ray on Amazon. You guys can watch as much times as you want. It's better that way. And to be honest, for my premieres, I prefer to keep it simple. For my premiere, I'd rather just do the hotel party, do the red carpet, and just go home, and I get my Blu-ray copy in the mail, my 4K Blu-ray copy in the mail. You know what I'm saying? To watch at home with my wife in my private IMAX theater. Because I'm going to build a private IMAX theater in my house, my condo, there's no point of me and VJ White building a movie theater chain. We're going to get the IMAX theatrical experience at home. All the people around the world are going to put money into a theater system. You're going to get the home theatrical experience at home. Not as cool as the theater, obviously, but you're still going to get an amazing experience, a 4K Blu-ray effect. Look at something amazing. If physical media is still alive by then, if physical media dies in a good, like, I don't know, 9, 10 years, 8 years from now, I'll have no choice but to release it online on my website on 1080p, which will still get a good experience, obviously. Because I'm scared that, I don't know, by towards the dawn of the 2030s, you know what I'm saying, I'm scared physical media might be dead by then. Physical media might be... I don't think it will. I don't think physical media will die in 8 years. But I don't think it'll be as popular. I think streaming will take over the market in a good 8 years. Just like VHS was no longer sold in stores after like the early 2000s. And DVD became very popular. Remember that? And now physical media is not as popular anymore. Now everyone's into streaming, right? But I told you, I'm not a fan of streaming on my website. But if physical media dies in 8 years from now, I have no choice but to release Zanus on my website. Like you have streaming. You know, you go, you pay like $35, $30 to watch each volume. So you pay a total of $90 for the 3 volumes. $30 for volume 1, $30 for volume 2, $30 for volume 3. $29.99 you pay. Obviously. But I told you, in good 4K Blu-ray will still be around in 8 years. Guaranteed, it'll be around. So I'm gonna sign that deal with Amazon. Only I want it released on 4K Blu-ray. I take 72% of the pie. You take 20%. No hidden fees. No, you don't charge me for the payments. That's my final offer for Amazon. If you don't agree, Jeff, I'll just release it online on my website streaming, and you're missing out on all the billions. You're missing out on, I don't know, your 15, 20 billion bucks, 17, 16 billion bucks, whatever it is you're going to make. 11, 13 billion dollars you're going to make. Yeah, 13 billion dollars is a lot of money. If I make 40 billion dollars, Amazon will make a good maybe 12 billion dollars on my movie. 12 billion dollars is a lot of money. That's how much Netflix makes every year. Netflix makes about 12 billion a year. With all the subscribers and all that stuff, yeah, you just made 12 billion bucks. So that's a lot of money. Pocket a good like 8 billion for yourself, Jeff, and put like 4 billion towards your company. It's a nice paycheck. That's a good deal, Ivan. This is more than what even Disney and all these companies make for all the movies. Yes, I gave you a good deal. Somebody, Ivan, that's a good deal, Ivan. Realistically speaking, the deal should be 80-20. Yeah, realistically speaking, I should be taking 80% of the pie. I'm nice enough to give you 28%. That's my deal. My final offer. And say the merch too. For the merch, for the posters, mugs, and what? For the posters and mugs, obviously, you get 20%, I get 72%. And I might perhaps sell t-shirts, Lasso for Zane's t-shirts. Whereas toys, I'm going to stay away from, because toys are very pricey. Amazon will tell me, yeah, Ivan, toys are expensive. For us to make toys, it's going to cost us a lot of money. You have to price your toys for hundreds of dollars. Yeah, you want to get high-end, top high-end hot toys, that stuff costs us like $100, $150, $200, $300, $400, $500, even $600. It's expensive. That's why I'm staying away from toys. It's too expensive, obviously. Yeah, man, Zane's will have crazy robots. You're gonna see Rob, Mayor Burnett, John Campbell. They all buy my merch. Rob's like, yeah, I'm gonna get myself my nice framed posters. I'm gonna get my nice T-shirts if I sell T-shirts right. I'm gonna get my nice mugs. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get my wine. I'm gonna watch with Elizabeth. I'm gonna sit down with Elizabeth. I'm gonna watch that shit. Order some food. Order some Chinese. Order some pizzas. I'm gonna watch that shit. You know what I'm saying? The whole world's going crazy for that documentary and that movie. Yeah, Eric took the devil himself. Looking at crazy worldwide buzz. Yeah, man. Like, guys like John Campbell, Robert Burnett, Neil Tuss are going to be salivating over my movie. And Neil Tuss is a hardcore Star Wars nerd. He's a hardcore Star Wars fan. And he'll be an even bigger Zanus fan once he reads my book. Because I'm a son of God. I'm bigger than George Lucas. Some Sarah. They're looking at crazy worldwide. I know Zanus would be like the best movie children ever made, man. They're a masterpiece. A fucking masterpiece, yeah, man. $1 billion budget movie, unheard of, revolutionization of technology, revolutionization of horror, yeah, man. Demons and devils, guys, yeah, man. It was this video. It's Ivan Amir. I am signing out. Peace.